Good morning, brand DIYers. It's Mark here. How are you today? I hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. Um, I am. I just got off a wonderful podcast with a nice lady named Yvonne in Portugal, of all places. And I was talking to her about brand DIY and the elements of a brand that entrepreneurs can do themselves. It was a great conversation. It'll be out early February. No, yeah, mid-February, I believe. A nice little bit of news. I took a look at the website for branddiy.com. That is coming. Right now, it links to my book, Brand DIY. But branddiy.com, probably by the end of January, will be live. And that means that you will be able to go there and check out all the cool brand DIY products that you can use and put them to service, helping you build your brand. I'm putting out a bunch of products already, and there's going to be more every single month. So I'm super stoked about that, but that's not what we're here to talk about today. Today, we are here to talk about names and what goes into a great name. It is one of the questions that I get asked most by people. What goes into a great name? Now, names are extremely important. They for consumers, they want a short thing to remember you by. Not only to remember you by, but something that conveys an emotion to them, something that gives them a feeling for who you are and what you do best, and something that stands out so that they go, no, it's not one of those, Agilent, Excellent, something like that names. It's something totally different. Oh, yeah. It's something crazy. So there is a huge demand for great names out there. Now, let me give you a few names. Agilent, Agilis, Agilon, Agere, Advantex, Advantis, Adventis, Advanta, Actuant, Equant, Guidant, Reliant, Prodigy, Certigy, Centigy, Tality. These are all real company names, and in my humble opinion, they are crap. Well, they might not be crap, even though they are crap. But why do they all sound alike? Why are they alike? Why are there so many names out there that are all alike today? Because, simple fact, most of the good, easy names have already been taken. We are experiencing a rising tide of startups. I wouldn't say it's a rising tide. I'd say it's a tidal wave of startups. And when COVID is done and there are so many more entrepreneurs thrown into the entrepreneur pool because all the big companies are getting rid of them. And so we are going to be this massive force of people launching products and services and companies. We're all going to need names. Not only that, we're going to need URLs. And all the easy names, I can't even think of them. Crap. All the easy names are taken. So what are we going to do? Well, I think you're seeing a lot of people come up with names that are a lot alike. You're also seeing companies come up with names that are crazy. I don't know if you've heard of these companies. Google, and Yahoo. What's that? Now, those are extremely successful companies, both of whom have extremely memorable names, but they are not famous because of their names. In fact, I would suggest that because of names like that, people actually had a hard time understanding what they did in the first place. Now, that wasn't the only problem that company like Google had. They were a search engine. And when they launched search engine, how do you start it with a key? What do you do? I mean, Google had a lot of problems of its own apart from the name, but the name certainly didn't help it. Same thing as Apple, Apple Computers. The name certainly didn't help Apple. Nobody went, oh, I get it. So they had to work really, really hard and stick to their knitting and create insanely great products for the name Apple to be remembered. I would say the same thing goes for IBM. Everybody knows IBM now. They go, well, of course I can use 3 letters just like IBM. No, you can't. Because IBM had 100 years to make people remember that name. Oh, and by the way, IBM wasn't IBM. IBM was International Business Machines. A great name in my eyes because it tells me what they do. They create business machines and they're international, which tells me what they do better. They are a big, successful company that I can trust for my business machines. It took years for them to shorten it down to IBM. KFC wasn't always KFC. It was Kentucky Fried Chicken with the 7 herbs and spices. Whether you love the chicken or hate the chicken, you can't argue that that is a great name. It is a great name. Why? Because I don't know what Kentucky Fried means, but I do know that I like fried chicken. And if I like fried chicken, I wonder what this Kentucky Fried means. Well, it's 11 herbs and spices from the Colonel. I better try that out. Yum, I like it. I would suggest that probably one of the biggest mistakes that company made is shortening it to KFC, a bloodless, bland name that takes all the vitality out of what made that company great in the first place, the Kentucky and the friedness. All right, so the need for names will never end as long as there is a rising tide or tidal wave of startups and a rising demand for new URLs. The right name can be your most valuable asset. It drives differentiation, makes you different. And remember, being different is the only way to guarantee that you have space inside the consumer's head. It telegraphs your advantage, again, making sure that you stick in the consumer's head. And it speeds consumers' acceptance of you. I love chicken. I love fried chicken. Well, they're already 2/3 of the way there. Maybe I'll try this Kentucky Fried Chicken. Like that, because it's resting on fried chicken, which I know I love already, and the Kentucky, which is something just a little bit different. Remember a couple of shows ago, I was talking about Maya, most advanced yet acceptable. Raymond Loewy, famous designer, coined the phrase, most advanced yet acceptable. Fried chicken, acceptable. I like fried chicken. Most advanced, Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's advanced, but not so advanced that I won't try it. That is what creates a good name. So, I'm assuming now that you are listening to this and thinking, is my name as good as it could be? I'm an entrepreneur. I don't have a lot of money to spend marketing myself. I don't want to be behind the 8 ball or pushing a rock uphill because my name is actually working against me. Every time I say my name, people go, what? You're Chrysalix? What the hell's a Chrysalix? Oh, it's a tech company. Oh no, it's an incubator. Oh no, it's a startup investment company. What is it? It doesn't make any sense. So you're thinking to yourself, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm pushing a big rock uphill. My name is working against me. I have limited funds to market myself. Why do I have to actually take 2 steps back and make people figure out what my name means before I can even get to 0? So I'm not married to my name. Or even if I have my name on all my stationery, on my business cards. Do you still have business cards? Seriously? If I have my name on all my stuff, so I am kind of married to it, but doesn't mean that we can't slowly go our own way. So over the space of a year, I can phase it out and phase a new name in. And that actually is the topic of tomorrow's talk. I am bringing aboard Julie Veres, who is one of my clients, and that is what they're doing. They're creating a new name, but they're phasing it in over the space of a year. And we'll talk about that tomorrow. That's tomorrow. Back to today. So, what should you be looking for in a name. I'm not going to tell you how to come up with a name. If you want to figure out how to come up with a name, you can download the Brand DIY book, branddiy.com, or you can talk to me about the Brand Starter Kit, which I'd be happy to take you through. So, but I will tell you today about what should go into a name to make it great. Ready? Get your pencils out. Number one, distinctive. Duh. Of course a name should be distinctive. Your marketing should be distinctive. Which brings me back to Agilent, Agilis, Agilon, Agir, Advantex, Advantis, Adventis, Advanta, Actuant, Equant. Obviously they weren't listening to this live stream, were they? Because those names are absolutely not distinctive. So if you are making a new SaaS accounting software and you come up with Account You Fix, type it in and see how many other companies have You Fix or You Docs or Ix in their name. Are you going to blend in, or is there a hope that you will be distinctive? Brevity. Is your name International Business Machines? Well, there's a very good chance that if I type that into a URL, I'm going to miss a letter and screw it up. Is your name short enough and catchy enough that I can type in and it will get me to your website? Is it short? Brevity. Is it appropriate? Now, I'm not talking about anything weird here, but do you have a name that actually talks about what you do? Or do you have a name that's like Pink Elephant Business Machines? What? That's a stupid name. Why? Because it's absolutely not appropriate for business machines. If it was Pink Elephant Clown Services or Pink Elephant Crazy Balloon Company, I go, oh, maybe, even though it's still a bit weird. But Pink Elephant Business Machines, absolutely not appropriate. Easy spelling and pronunciation. And here I am going to let you in on the most obvious secret that so many companies ignore. Write your potential new name out. Is there any unfortunate word that is formed when you stick one word next to another word? Does the word ass come out? Or wiener? Or dirt? Or anything like that? You would be surprised how many times if you stick two perfectly ordinary words together, the word that forms in between them is something that everybody will laugh at except for you. Be careful. Make your name not only easy to spell, try to not make your name involve a silent letter. What is the name of your company? Knight's Tale. What? K-N-N-I? You know? The Purple Mark. M-A-R-C, M-A-R-K, M-A-R-Q-U-E. You don't want to have to explain yourself the minute that you say your name. You will be cursed. People will be typing in the wrong words. You will have to buy tons of URLs to overcompensate. Waste a lot of money. Easy spelling and pronunciation. If I can't pronounce your name, change your name. It's not me. I'm not stupid. Even if I am stupid, I'm the person buying and I won't buy your stuff, so don't you dare call me stupid. Likability. And here's a funny thing. It's called mouthfeel. When you write a name down, you might go, huh, that's a really good name. I love that name. And then you say the name, and it's weird because you can't get your mouth around the words. Same reason why a lot of radio commercials sound stilted and stupid, because the writer wrote the words and they were in a hurry and they gave it to somebody to read and the person tried to read it and they stumbled over words. What you read and what you write are two different things, or what you write and what you read and what you say are two different things, rather. What you read and what you say. Easy to read, hard to say. Forget about it. If your name is hard to say, it's not a good name. Extendability, and this takes us back to tomorrow's show with Julie. You have to have a name that if you think you want to extend your company into different areas, make different stuff, is your name big enough? Virgin, Virgin Air, Virgin Records, Virgin Books, Virgin Bridal. Great name. Industrial Business Bridal. Well, that doesn't really work. Industrial Business Books. No, that doesn't work either. Industrial Business Machines. Oh, that works. But you can't extend it into other areas. Although why IBM would want to go into bridalware anyway, I don't want to talk about it. But make sure that your name is extendable. And finally, is it protectable? If you make bread dough, don't call your company dough.com. That's not a protectable name because that is a category name. You have to make it something that you can protect. Oh, and by the way, dough would be a bad name anyway because when I say dough, is it D-O, D-O-E, D-O-U-G-H? I don't know. Am I stupid? I'm a consumer? No, you're stupid because you came up with a name that I could spell 10 different ways. All right, so that is a starting point, and we are out of time, but distinctive, short, appropriate, easy spelling and pronunciation, likable, mouthfeel, extendable, and protectable. That is the starting point for coming up with a great name. I did not go into name modifiers here. Maybe what we should do is on Friday, we should have a show about name modifiers, the part 2. That's what we're going to do. All right, folks, that's all the time I have for today. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you have any questions or comments, make sure to write them in the comment section so that they help everybody. Tomorrow we got a great show. We got Julie on, one of my clients, and we're going to be talking about her adventure and her challenge. And then on Friday, we're going to do a show on name modifiers. Have yourselves a great day. Let's all make some money and some great brands. See ya.